In the next few minutes, you'll understand why your oldest friendships feel different now. Picture this. You're 25. You have 15 close friends. You talk every week. You make plans constantly. You feel connected. Fast forward to 50. You have 3 close friends. Maybe 4 if you're lucky. What happened to the other 11? Most people think it's natural. People drift. Life gets busy. That's just how it goes. Wrong. There's a specific psychology behind why friendships don't just fade after 50, they transform. And it starts with something called Socioemotional selectivity theory. Here's what it means. When you're young, your brain operates on a simple principle. Collect. Collect friends, collect experiences, collect connections. Why? Because you have time. Your brain sees decades ahead, so it says, let's meet everyone, let's try everything. But around 50, something shifts. Your brain realizes time is finite, not in a depressing way, in a prioritizing way. And when you realize time is limited, you stop collecting, you start curating. Psychologists call this the pruning phase. You don't lose friends randomly. You unconsciously evaluate every relationship and ask, does this person add to my life or drain from it? The ones who drain, they quietly disappear. Let me tell you about David. 52 years old, had a best friend since college, 30 years of friendship. They talked every month, met up twice a year, shared everything. Then one day, David realized something. Every conversation left him exhausted. His friend complained constantly about work, about marriage, about everything. David started responding less. The calls became texts. The texts became sporadic. Within a year, they barely spoke. His friend thought David changed, but David didn't change. His priorities did. Here's the psychology. When you're younger, you tolerate difficult friendships because you're building your identity. You need variety. You need different perspectives. But after 50, you know who you are. You don't need someone to help you figure it out anymore. So friendships that were based on convenience, proximity, or shared circumstances, they fall away. College roommates, work friends, people you bonded with during a specific life phase. Those friendships were circumstantial, not foundational. And your brain knows the difference now. There's another layer to this. After 50, your emotional tolerance shrinks. Not because you're bitter, because you're efficient. Studies show that older adults have what's called positivity bias. Your brain literally filters out negative experiences more effectively. Translation, you have less patience for drama, for gossip, for surface-level relationships. You don't want to talk about nothing, you want to talk about something. This is why many people feel lonelier after 50, even though they have the same number of friends on paper. Because the friendships that remain, they require depth, and depth requires vulnerability. But here's where it gets complicated. Most friendships were built on shared activities, going out, drinking, traveling, events. After 50, those activities slow down. Maybe you don't drink anymore. Maybe you can't travel as much. Maybe you're just tired. And suddenly you realize you don't know how to connect with this person without the activity. The friendship was built on doing, not on being. And when the doing stops, the being feels awkward. Sarah, 54, told her therapist this exact thing. I've had the same group of friends for 20 years, but now when they meet, we just sit there. We don't know what to talk about anymore. Her therapist asked, did you ever really talk, or did you just do things together? Sarah paused. We did things. That's the difference between activity-based friendships and connection-based friendships. Activity-based friendships don't survive the pruning phase. But here's the hopeful part. The friendships that do survive after 50, they become the deepest relationships of your life because they're not based on convenience, they're based on choice. You're choosing to stay in each other's lives, not because you have to, because you want to. Psychologists found that people over 50 report higher friendship satisfaction than people in their 30s. Not because they have more friends, because they have the right friends. Quality replaced quantity, and the brain is happier for it. But there's one more thing most people don't expect. After 50, you start making new friends differently. When you were young, friendships formed through proximity. Same school, same job, same gym. After 50, friendships form through shared values. You meet someone at a volunteer event, a book club, a community group, and within 3 conversations, you know if this person fits. You don't waste time. You don't wait years to see if it works out. Your brain has pattern recognition now. It knows who belongs in your life and who doesn't. This is why some people make their closest friends after 50, because they're finally choosing consciously instead of randomly. So here's what's actually happening to your friendships after 50. They're not disappearing, they're evolving. Your brain is doing what it's designed to do. Prioritize what matters, release what doesn't. The friends who drain you, they fade. The friends who fulfill you, they deepen. And the new friends you make, they're chosen with decades of wisdom. It's not loss, it's refinement. Your 20s were about collecting friends. Your 30s were about managing friendships. Your 40s were about maintaining connections. But your 50s are about keeping only the friendships that make you feel alive. Not obligated, not entertained, not distracted, alive. So if you're over 50 and you've noticed your circle shrinking, you're not losing friends, you're finding the real ones. And that's not loneliness, that's clarity.